morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome. I am so excited to talk to you today about telepathy. There's so many of us that experience telepathy, and you're not even aware that you're doing it. You're not even aware whether or not it's your imagination or if it's something real. So we're going to dive in and we're going to get to the bottom of it today. So grab your cup and have a sip with me. Ooh, that is hot coffee. Let us start with a Coffee with Colby quote. It is time. Here we go. This one. Ooh, here we go. When you put pressure on yourself, you're not going to get the answer that you're seeking. Answers come in the quiet moment. Answers come when you are willing to be still and ground. When you choose to surrender and release any preconceived notions of what it's supposed to be about. So there we go. So yeah, too many times we put pressure on ourselves, don't we? So that is number 80. But let us talk about telepathy. So first of all, what is telepathy? Telepathy is the ability to hear someone else's thoughts, okay? So you'll hear them inside your own mind. You'll hear them as if, in a way, they're your thoughts, but you hear them in the other person's voice. So you're going to know it's their thoughts, and it can confuse you because you may go, oh my gosh, that was me. I'm making it up. What am I doing? I'm imagining. Well, in a way, you are using the imagination side of your mind. So that's probably why you're thinking you're imagining it. But absolutely, it is a very, very real thing. And you can have 100% of a connection with someone. How many times have you been in a relationship where you could feel somebody else's thoughts? You could hear them, right? You're laying in bed at night, you're going to sleep, and you can almost have this conversation with them, this telepathy going on. You're going to lunch with someone or seeing someone, and you hear their thoughts then. And so it's a good and bad thing sometimes, right? Because hearing those thoughts are very honest. You're hearing the truth of someone, right? So their words, their physical words may say one thing, but the words coming from inside are saying something else. So it may confuse you. You may go, oh my goodness, but it's 100% a connection, and one that we can really trust and surrender to and develop as well. And, you know, as it is, you may hear telepathy too. Let's say you have a loved one and they're ill or they're transitioning. You can absolutely have that telepathy where they're trying to say to you, I'm ready to go, or I love you. I want everyone to know I'm okay. So it's those thoughts that we're hearing. They come in as our thoughts, but really there's someone else speaking. You are literally having that conversation with someone else. And it's this beautiful gift that we get to connect and communicate with one another. But pay attention to it and listen to it. So let's say you want the truth of someone, right? And you're asking them, are you really committed in this relationship? Is this something you really want? And that kind of telepathy is like, no, I don't want to. And yet their physical mouth is saying, yes, of course, yes. Yeah, you have to kind of listen to what that inner voice is saying. I know it's not easy, and I know it's one we don't want to hear. We just think that physical voice is the one that's more accurate, but that's just not true. It's the thoughts, the feelings, the inside intentions, those are the things that are truly the most accurate, okay? We filter it with the consciousness by the time it comes out of the physical mouth, unless you're channeling. So how many times has this happened to you, right? How many times have you gone, oh my goodness, I know something's about to happen because I hear it, because it comes in. Do you see what I'm saying? So it absolutely happens to you. It can happen at your work or in your family or in your relationships. It can happen with talking to a friend. It can happen with talking in a romance. I mean, so many times it comes to us. And a lot of people that they don't realize that they are picking up on someone else's thoughts and feelings, right? They're absolutely picking up on it. So when we have this, when you have that telepathy, it's about listening to it. It's about owning it. It's about really saying to yourself, what is their intention? What are they truly saying to me? And yeah, it may hurt. It may not be what you want to hear, but it may be what is needed to help you understand and to help you move on, okay? So just kind of know this, kind of understand this. How many of you have had telepathy in your life and in your experience? You know, throw up some hearts and say, oh my gosh, Colby, I've had telepathy. I understand it. You know, you break up with someone, right? How many times have you broken up with someone and that soul contract is still there, so you're having that telepathic conversation, right? Develop and build and trust your telepathy, right? Try not to discourage it. Try not to dismiss it. So many times we're going to want to dismiss it because it's not what we want to hear. But also in a good way, you can look at it as, you know, is this person really interested in me? And telepathically, you're going to hear, yes, I am. So that's a good thing, right? They might not be saying it with their voice, but they're saying it with their inside voice. So it is that connection. We absolutely have that ability 100% to connect to one another telepathically and to tune in. Now, here's something to notice. How do you know if it's just you making it up, okay? So again, it's the same as intuition coming in, okay? So telepathy is just going to pop in. You're not going to sit and ponder and wander first. Oh, I wonder how they feel. Oh, I'm going to ask them this question and see what they say. That's your logical mind is going to be at play. That's not going to be pure telepathy. Telepathy is just like the clairs that we've got, the seeing, the hearing, the knowing, the feeling. They're just going to pop in, okay? So it's going to be a sudden popping in of information. So you're suddenly going to hear them say something, and then you're going to know that that's the telepathy. If you're sitting there wandering it, pondering it, if you're filtering it through yourself first, that's not pure telepathy. That is you getting into the mix, okay? So be mindful, because you don't want your little ego to get all nervous and to get all worried that something's not right or it's not working and you're in it, and here it's really you made it all up, right? It was just you're worrisome, your little ego is just worried, and it's about being very aware of that. So pure telepathy, 100% just gonna pop in. So many times I've taken telepathy personally back in the day when I didn't realize that not everyone had this, right? I didn't realize it was someone else's speaking, right? And so with that, you know, I would go to check out at the grocery stand or whatever, and I would just get this angst or just know that this cashier hated their job. But that was really telepathy. I could just hear them say, oh, I really hate being here today. I don't want to be here. Nicole's got a great question. Can you have telepathy with a spirit? Nicole, if you are hearing spirit, honey, that's mediumship, right? So that's the mediumship connection when you can hear spirit. And if spirit is talking back to you, so you're hearing it through your clairaudience. Telepathy is hearing someone's thoughts. So spirit isn't necessarily going to have these thoughts as we do in the physical, but you absolutely can connect to spirit using your clairsentience, using your claircognizance. So if you're hearing something, that's your clairaudience. So it's those factors that can happen, okay? So, yeah, again, we've got a telepathy with a stepmom. Last time it happened, got me chocolate donuts. Absolutely. You know, telepathy kind of has to work both ways. So if you emit a transmission, somebody has to be able to receive it, right? How many times has someone said, oh my gosh, I was thinking of you and then you called me, right? You were sending out a little telepathic signal. Boop, boop, boop. Call me, call me, call me. Go get me donuts. Go get me donuts. So these are ways that your telepathy can help you. You just have to be honest and open about the information that comes forward and be willing to accept what it is and be aware whether or not it's pure telepathy or is it your consciousness or your mind contributing to it, right? So that honest telepathy is going to be like an instant inspiration, same as the clairs, same as everything else. So make sure you're working from that highest place to really play and build with it. But the next time you are with someone and you think you hear their thoughts, trust it. If those thoughts just pop in, trust it. I 100% have trusted it. I will see someone and I'll know if they just talked about me or if I say something that I want to share with them and I can tell that they're not supportive. I can just hear it. And so, or the opposite. You get someone that's really excited for you. You can hear their genuine excitement and congratulations. So it works both ways, but it is about trusting it. That, like all of our senses, so many times we want to dismiss what we are receiving because we don't believe it to be true. But if you don't start trusting yourself and trusting your gifts, how you ever expect to ever trust anyone else? So it all starts with you, all right? So trusting what you've got, trusting your gifts, getting out there and playing with them, okay? So that is our talk for today. So couple things coming up. This Thursday night is a date night. How exciting is a date night? Also tonight, you guys, so I have Pets Connect tonight, which I'm so excited about. It's an evening of psychic and spirit messages from your pets, your fur babies, your loved ones. Here's the deal. Tonight is sold out. Very excited. I'm honored it's sold out. I set up another event. So if you go to the Facebook, go to my website, there is another Pets Connect set up. Grab your ticket before they sell out again, okay? Then I'm also going to do a beginner's animal communication. So I'm very, very excited about all of this. There's so many classes coming up, so much to do. If you want to develop, you can come join me. So anyhow, that's what we've got going on. And again, don't forget to join me this Thursday night, all right? It's a date night. You get to call in. So remember, everybody, to shine your light and shine it bright. Lots of love to you. Mwah. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.